What's going on, people? Welcome back. I'm Old Spy, and today we're going to continue on. We're going to pull ourselves up out of Blighttown, and we're going to head to Sen's Fortress. So to do that, we're going to go straight back the way we came in, which is over here. After we get poisoned, already had it in the bar. There we go. Alright, so we didn't kindle the bonfire, so we only have 5 Estus flasks, but that should be good enough to get us to where we're going. Which is, right now we're heading to the Undead Parish. We head back to Firelink and then up the shortcut. And I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit rough. Got some allergies going on, so I'm trying to fight through that. Alright, on up. Try not to get toxic. Oh, made it. Nice long climb. And so last episode, after we defeated the boss, we rang the second bell of awakening. And that opens up some new areas, and it also causes some changes. There's some characters that start moving around. It causes storylines to advance and stuff like that. So it is a pretty big point in the game when you ring that second bell down here. Or however you do it, I guess. You ring this one first, and then the one up in Undead Parish second. Yeah. Woo! Always remember where your elevator is positioned so that you don't go running off into there. Happens quite often. All right. So, as we make our way up into Firelink Shrine, we're going to see, depending on what you chose to do with Knight Lautrec, who is sitting over here, you're either going to still have the Firekeeper, or you're going to have the Firekeeper set, and you're going to get the Black Eye Orb. We will be using the Black Eye Orb. Actually, not too long from now. Also, you can see Bonfire is dead because there's no Firekeeper. So, Firelink is officially disabled from this point until we exact revenge on the person that killed the Firekeeper, which will be coming up. All right. So we'll go ahead and repair our equipment. And let's see. We'll go ahead and throw the grass crest shield on. And now we're going to head out this way towards Zen's Fortress. Now this gate right in front of us has been closed up until the point we saw in the cutscene where we rang the second bell. And the giant pulled the chain and opened it up for us. Now when we come in here, we're going to see the pressure plate right in front of us. Don't step on that. We can actually use it. And the two snake men. That was unfortunate. One down. Can backstab these guys. There we go. Yeah, so use that trap right there. They do get invincibility when they do that jumping attack, as you just saw. So if you want to wait maybe just a little bit more, and it will kill at least one of them if it hits them all 3 times. Alright, so we come in here. There's an item there. And if you look down, we got the Titanite demon down there. There's actually a bunch of them down there. So if you have a boss weapon, this is a great place to get Demon Titanite. I believe you can get 4 down below there, which is nice. 3 or 4, one of the two. But we're not really going to worry about that. Just know that it's there. For us, we're going to head right through. And we may need to drop some weight here so that we can make it past these swingy blades. For this guy, go to one side. And he'll usually swing his way off. Just keep your shield up. Kind of dance around him. Alright, so in my opinion, this is this is the most difficult stretch right here. There's some ones later on that people probably think are harder. This for me, with the guy throwing lightning and the positioning of the blades, this is the most difficult part for me to get through without getting knocked off or falling down. There we go. So you can see our shield was not doing that great against the lightning. Got some large Titanite. Guy down here. So it's already pretty obvious that the biggest thing when negotiating Zen's Fortress is not falling to your death. Especially the higher you get. All right, we're going to block this guy. Block him out there. I think he's in a little too close. Oh. Alright, so now we're going to wait for that ball to go by one more time. Going to run up, and we're going to hit the next doorway. Slide right in. that guy get smashed. Come back over here, and we've got the Ring of Steel protection. Really nice ring. Boost physical attacks. So if we look at our physical defense, it goes from 177 to 227, and then the strike, slash, and thrust also increase quite a bit. Go ahead and throw that on. When you're heading back out, just let the ball go overhead. So do note when you come in here, there's an arrow trap on the wall. Tried to use it there, it didn't really work. Alright, so when you get here, you can go one of two ways. You can wait for the ball to go by and then run up, which takes you to the point where you can advance. But we are actually going to follow the ball down for a really good item. So if we wait right here, boom, see the balls go down there, and they're going to start to stack up. Two more. Alright, so it's at the top, nowhere for the next one to go. Boom. Smashes through the wall, and now we have the covetous gold serpent ring, which increases item discovery. So now we've got some farming equipment. So we want to get those Titanite runs and stuff like that. Throw that on, as we will here in just a little bit. Do be aware of this chest here. You can see the chain is coming forward. You can see it moving, breathing. It is in fact a mimic. Now, I do want to show you something that I don't think I've shown you before. If you equip the Lloyd's Talisman and you hit the mimic with it, it will pop open. It will allow you to grab the item inside as it falls asleep, and it will stay there. And when the effects wear off, it'll just reset and it will not aggro. So if you don't want to fight a mimic, use your Lloyd's Talisman. Heading up here, make sure you get off this elevator as quick as possible because it goes up and it kills you. You can see those spikes up there. So make sure when you're riding up, you get off the elevator as quick as possible. Alright, heading on up. Yeah, that's right, we can't open. We had to go the other way. We're gonna head this way. Now you want to watch whichever the way the ball is. Okay. So this is how I do this. So this is the way you would have come up if we would have run up instead of going for the ring. So what you want to do is from the direction the ball is rolling, you want to go to the back and push it around this way. Right here you can see we got the arrows on the wall. keep your shield up, you're good to go. You can actually just stand there too. Alright. For this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and take off our armor. Just to get a little more speed. Now what I generally do is I walk out, get as close as possible. And once it goes by, sprint all the way through. Now when we get over here, there's a number of serpent men. There's one up at the top of the steps, and there's one around the corner, so I would try to fight this guy right in this area so that you don't aggro anybody else. There we go. Can be a little bit difficult fighting these guys in these cramped little hallways. Ooh, now we got the other guy on us too. So we're going to switch our attention to him. This might not be good. And again, the broadsword is definitely not the weapon you want when you don't have a whole lot of space. Good, this guy's running at us. And we're also not doing, the damage that we're doing is not great at this point either. So we're either due for a change or yeah, we actually can't upgrade anymore, so and we're still trying to get to that 30 and 30 split on vitality endurance. So we're going to definitely look to change our weapons real soon. Okay, right here we got the blades going by, and we've also got this guy. So what I would advise is grabbing a bow and arrow and shooting him in the face. And every time you shoot him, you can see it scoots him back, and he's eventually gonna fall. There we go. Okay, so for this one, it looks similar to the one before, but it is not the same. So what you want to do is you want to go through, stop, go through. If you try to run all the way through there, you won't make it, and you're going to get knocked off, and that's going to be a fatal fall. Alright, coming out here on top. Flamestone plate ring, which will increase your fire resistance. But I want to point out right here, these two Balder Knights are a really good source of Titanite. So this is actually a place we're going to farm them up and start to upgrade some other weapons. But we got a few things that we're going to do first. Just come up here. There's a giant up there, and he's throwing these big fire bombs down, but we want to drop off over here on the second platform. And we've got a bonfire. Rest in here. I'm going to kindle this one. Just because we do have a boss fight coming up. Humanity. Get us back up to 10. When you drop out here, is actually where we came up. Alright, so he's going to move from one spot to the next as we go up with his throw placement. So you just want to keep on going. Keep heading up. There's a Balder Knight back there. We don't need to worry about him. Keep on heading up. Alright, so if we head up here, this is the guy that's throwing them, so we're going to fight this giant. Kind of stay under him, watch out for his stomp attacks, like that. Alright, now he's going to go crazy. Stay behind him. Get a Titanite chunk, and now he won't respawn. So now there's no more fire bombs raining down on this area. So now we can do a bit of exploring before we obviously go through this boss fog here. What a view. All right. This is actually a shortcut that we're just about to unlock. So in order to get that elevator to work, we need to make a jump across here. For that, I'm going to lighten up a bit. You want to run and jump right at the edge. And once you do that, come through here, we've got an NPC, we got a merchant.
What? But
And he sells green blossom, black fire bombs. He sells the Titanite shards that we've been kind of looking for. But you know we're not going to buy them because we're going to farm for him. He has some pretty good weapons and shields, especially if you're doing a strength build. You can pick up some arrows and bolts as well. He also sells the Katarina set, which is the Onion Knight set. And then a couple of defensive rings. He's a pretty good merchant, but we're not going to take advantage of him because we don't like to spend our souls on that. We're going to use them elsewhere. So if we continue on down here, Got this guy. And we get the cage key. Ooh, and the flamberge. Nice drop. So the cage key is going to let us open up the shortcut. Which is really going to come in handy after we defeat the boss. I'm going to show you what the plan will be after that. Alright, so to get back, we're going to do the same thing here. And I'm usually pretty bad at jumping back. Oof, made it. I generally fall on the way back. You can fall, you won't die. Unless you have really low health, you'll just land down there. There is an item down there, it's the sniper crossbow. But I typically never use it, so. Alright, one more thing. If we come back here. And come around this way. The shield's not the best because it has kind of low stability. Nope, you are not going to heal, sir. Alright. So that guy is actually a really good source of large Titanite shards. So right here we've got a short run where we can get Titanite shards and large Titanite shards, which is what we're going to do to enable us to upgrade some other weapons to +10. And hold on. Yeah, nah, that's fine. We can do this. And we'll be able to switch it up. Alright, so when you come up here, be careful with this guy. Even though he looks just like us, he can be pretty dangerous. We're gonna two-hand hack away till our stamina runs out. Alright, he also has a rapier, which you'll see here in a second. And I don't know why he didn't pull it out, but I'm thankful that he didn't. Now, I don't think I'm going to have enough dex to use it. Yeah. So I don't think I can demonstrate. It's a pretty cool weapon. Don't think I can demonstrate the... Yeah, okay, so this is generally what he does, and he hits pretty hard. Got a cool moveset. May or may not use it. I don't know. Depends. What's the... Let's see. No, it's a dex weapon. We're not going to use it. Okay. Divine Blessing will fully restore your HP. And a Ring of Rare Sacrifice, which is going to be useful later on. Alright, now we're ready to unlock the shortcut and fight the boss. So once you unlock the cage, make sure that you write it down. This is actually the process that opens up the shortcut. I would let that open and then just head right back in. And you saw some items around. We did not pick up everything. There's still some secrets to be found in Sen's Fortress. So do make sure you do a little more discovery. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rest, and then we're going to go fight the boss. Heading all the way back up. You can actually see the boss right there waiting for us. We're actually gonna switch out our shield. We're gonna go back to the tower kite. And, alright, since I guess since I've used the NPC summons for every boss, I guess I'll just continue on with that. Now, this guy, besides being a really cool character, when you summon him in, he can solo this boss. It's pretty crazy. So he is definitely useful. They're all useful every time you have the NPC summon. I mean, they're there for a reason. If you're struggling with the boss, this boss is not particularly hard. At least I don't find him to be. Famous last words, which means I'm probably gonna get killed by it. But it's a pretty straightforward fight. The only thing you got to worry about is really getting knocked off and this first attack. Nice, he hit the rocks. Walk him out here. You can make him fall off right away, but we're just gonna go ahead and fight him. What you want to do is, I typically stay unlocked. Hack away at his legs. Be careful when he gets way back there. So ideally, we'd like him to walk away from that ledge. Right now, we're just going to make sure that we don't get knocked off. You can see the damage that Tarkus does when he hits this thing. See, he's got him in a bad spot and he's not allowing him to... Man, he does so much damage. I did not realize he hit the boss that hard. Yeah. So you guys can see the NPC summons really make the bosses a whole lot easier. And it's actually been a while since I've used them, so I really never, I guess, realized how kind of explicitly easier they make the boss fights. I mean, obviously that's what they're for, but I guess it never occurred to me that they actually hit the bosses that hard. Now I know their effectiveness does wear off as you go through the game cycles for sure. Like the jump from New Game to New Game Plus, the NPC summons generally aren't really even worth it. Got the trophy there. And Orlando. Alright, so before we get started here, one of the things I'd always wanted a DLC for this game that allowed us to explore down in the surrounding areas. I always thought that would have been awesome. If you do want to return to Sen's Fortress, you do so by talking to this guy and he'll take you back to the top. And we're going to go ahead and for this episode we're going to get to the next bonfire. Even though we're running kind of long. So I actually might just slide past these guys and get to the bonfire so I can wrap it up. Actually, those guys are a decent source of souls, so you can do a little bit of farming, especially since the bonfire's right here. You can choose to kill, I think there's 6 of them. Alright, so we got a bonfire, we got an NPC who's actually a firekeeper. You can reinforce your flask if you have a firekeeper soul, and you can get some lore from her. She also has a really sweet armor set. But we are going to go ahead and rest right here. We'll level up. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. And we're going to wrap it up right here. So next episode we'll be heading on into Orlando. So I will see you then.